So here's all the games I own, at least digitally. I'm not sure. It doesn't have everything. All my physical games, I don't have them all installed here, but I have a lot of them. So let's go through the list. Here's some of the best 360 games to buy now. And if you're a sports nerd, All Pro Football 2K8 is a great football simulation game. I think it's the last great football video game made. Madden since then has not been good, and everything else has sucked except maybe college football. Battle Block Theater. I've played this a little bit a long time ago. It's been a while. It was fun though. I remember it being fun. It was like Castle Crashers, I think. Xbox One. It's backwards compatible also. Series X and S. Beyond Good and Evil HD. Classic game. These are games you're gonna have to want to buy if you haven't bought them yet on the marketplace. It is closing soon, so you just might have to grab them. Especially these arcade games. Black is another great game for backwards compatible. It's from the original Xbox. Blitz the League. There is Blitz the League, and it's a fun arcadey kind of story-driven football game, if that makes sense. It's really interesting, I have to say. It's really fun. Blur, really cool racing game, except you have items, kind of like Mario Kart. So it's arcadey. Bomberman Live, another great game on arcade. Burnout 3 Takedown, Burnout Revenge, 2 Burnout games that are just classic. And only Burnout Revenge is backwards compatible on the newer Xboxes. So unfortunately, Burnout 3 is not. But you can play Burnout 3 on a 360, so that's good. There's Castle Crashers, a really awesome game. There's Black Ops 2. People are still playing, like I said. College Hoops 2K8. I think the last great college hoops game ever made. Crackdown 2, which wasn't as good as the first one, I don't think, but it's all right. It's better than Crackdown 3. Crazy Taxi. Do I have to say anything else? The classic arcade version. I think minus a few songs, maybe. Still, it's backwards compatible and everything. Daytona USA, backwards compatible again. Earthworm Jim, huh? Didn't even know that was backwards compatible, but it is. Fez. I forgot about Fez. Fighting Vipers. Sega Saturn game. It's also backwards compatible. Final Fight Double Impact. Kind of forgot about that game also. It's backwards compatible. Fire Pro Wrestling. It's another arcade game. I forgot they ported over. Full Auto, one of the first games to launch with the 360. I think that came out in 2005 for the system. It's really arcadey. You have guns on your car and turrets, and you can just blow things up and shoot people as you're driving. It's kind of interesting. A little choppy. It's one of the first 360 games, so it's not optimized well, but it's still fun. Fuse, I've barely got around to playing that. I kind of forgot what that was about. Then all the Geometry Wars games. I don't like 3 as much as 2. 2, I think, is probably the best overall one. Never played Goat Simulator, but I do have it, obviously. Guardian Heroes, an awesome Sega Saturn game. More people should buy this. Like, you can play, I think, 4-player, maybe 6-player online co-op. I can't remember. Anyway, great game. Hardcore Uprising. This is like a spiritual sequel to Contra, and awesome as hell. Somebody should, if you're into Contra, buy this now. Heavy Weapon. Everybody knows what that is. A classic arcade game. Hydro Thunder. Oh, this is a great game. Hydro Thunder. It's the arcade / Dreamcast classic, so it's awesome. Pick this up as soon as you can. Jet Set Radio, Sega game. It was on the Dreamcast. Then it was ported over to, I think, the GameCube / the original Xbox, I believe. But now it's on here, so it's been on the 360 for years. Luminous Live, one of the best arcade puzzle games. Madden 08, it's okay. It's better than Madden 24. But there's the original Marathon game, Bungie's classic. Marvel Capcom 2. These are games you want to get now because, like I said, the store is closing in just a few weeks as of recording this. So you're going to want to get these games. Metal Slug 3, the classic. Metal Slug XX. Everybody knows these games. Missile Command. MLB 2K13. It's one of the last, it might have been the last baseball game 2K made. And a lot of people didn't like it that much, but I think it's okay. I think it's pretty good. Motocross Madness, fun arcade dirt bike game. MX versus ATV. These are just, again, some games I own. I'm a sports nerd too, so I have a lot of sports games here. NBA 2K11 is arguably the best NBA 2K game ever made in my mind. NBA Jam on Fire Edition. I did not know this was backwards compatible, but cool. I got NCAA Basketball 10. It's probably the last really good college hoops game, but it's not as good as 2K8. It's probably it's better graphically for sure. It doesn't play as well as 2K8, but it still plays okay. NCAA 14. It's worth a lot of money now, but again, it's probably going to go down in price once college football 25 releases. Nights into Dreams, Sega Saturn Classic. Peggle, good old Peggle. Forgot about that one. Poker Smash. Portal, it's backwards compatible everywhere. Prince of Persia Classic. Bust a Move. That's a good kind of puzzle, platformer puzzle kind of game. I can't describe that one. Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix. Quake Arena Arcade. And a lot of these are still playable online. They still have their servers up. Not everyone, but a lot of them do. And it's kind of crazy how many people are actually playing. Rayman Origins, which I really love. Res HD, Rocket Knight Adventures. This is a great game. Root Beer Tapper. Sega Bass Fishing. That's backwards compatible. I did not know. Sega Superstars Tennis is an awesome game. If you love Virtua Tennis on the Dreamcast and give it a little more arcadey twist, this is better. This is much better than any Mario Tennis game. Sorry, it just is. Shadow Complex. Awesome game. Skyrim. Classic. Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, you're going to want all the Sonic games. I'm a Sega nerd, obviously, so I got a lot of these. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, featuring Banjo-Kazooie. Better than Mario Kart. I already think that. So, all these Sonic 4 games, I forgot about these. These weren't that great. They were okay. Sonic Adventure 2, the Dreamcast Classic. Sonic CD. Sonic the Fighters, kind of a weird Saturn game. Sonic 2, classic game. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, which I think is better than this one. No, this one's the better one. Sonic and Sega Racing. I need to play it. Excuse me, I need to play that sometime. I don't think I've played the first one in a while. I gotta remember which one I like the most. Do I have this downloaded? Yeah, I do. I wonder if that has a 60 frames per second boost on the Series X. It's not. It would say there. That's probably why I've been playing Transformed, because it is backwards compatible. And it does run at 60, so that's cool. Oh well, I can still play the original right here. Anyway, Soul Calibur, awesome fighting game. Soul Calibur 2, which is awesome that they made this and they put it on arcade. Spelunky, Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Streets of Rage 2, one of the best beat 'em up games ever made. Super Contra, Super Meat Boy, fun game. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD. Sensible World of Soccer. I didn't even know I had that. That was probably one of those free games on Xbox Live Gold. Some of these were that, I know. Because I know I didn't pay for all these. Orange Box. This game, everybody should have. And it's backwards compatible on the newer systems. So it has, 3 classic games in there. And they run great. Simpsons Arcade, which it's a little too late to buy that. It's delisted, but if you have it already, it's good for you. I have it, and I'm glad I bought it when I did. It's the Simpsons game. That one's probably going up in price. I'm not sure about that on the 360 version, but I think that was a good Simpsons game. Ninja Turtles, the original arcade, has been delisted, but I do have it, and you can find it on some compilations. The Cowabunga collection, I think, has it. Top Spin 4. Fun tennis game. Trials HD. Everybody get this. If you haven't played this ever, you should always download anything that's a Trials game. There's several of them, but I think this original one's probably my favorite. Vanquish, classic Sega game for the 360. That's kind of action-y. I haven't played it much, but it is cool. Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter 5, Final Showdown, Virtua Tennis 2009, Virtua Tennis 4. I don't remember the difference between these two, but I guess 4 is newer. I don't know. Wing Commander Arena, that's a fun game. And then Zuma's Revenge, another classic one. Anyway, those are the games that I have at least downloaded to my account, and they're on my Xbox 360. So if anybody is interested in buying some of these on their marketplace, they better hurry up and do so, because just in a few weeks of me recording this, they will be gone. You won't be able to buy them anymore. And like I said, some of these are backwards compatible on the newer Xbox systems, so it even specifies down below if they are. So I just wanted to let everybody know what kind of games I've got on my system and what kind of games you should probably check out. Just giving some ideas out there. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have other ideas, or if this was a good idea to make this video. I don't know. Anyway, it's our first one, so hopefully everybody enjoys it. I'll be making more soon.